Hey guys, it's DTVgaming here, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to play a Destruction Warlock PvP. So let's get started with the talents here. Over on the Demonology tree, we have 3 out of 3 on Demonic Embrace, which increases your stamina by 10%. And then we have Dark Cards 3 out of 3, which reduces the casting time of your Amp's Firebolt spell by 0.75 seconds. And then we have Bane on the Destruction tree, 3 out of 3, Shadow and Flame 3 out of 3. Improved Immolate increases the damage by your Immolate spell by 20%, 2 out of 2, very helpful. Aftermath, 2 out of 2. Ember Storm, 2 out of 2. Improved Soulfire increases your fire and shadow damage done by 8% for 20 seconds after you deal damage with Soulfire, which is helpful. Backdraft, 3 out of 3. And Shadowrun, which is a very good damage ability. It's similar to the kill shot of a hunter, and it instantly blasts the target for 11,056 damage. If the target dies within 5 seconds of Shadowburn and yields experience or honor, the caster gains 3 soul shards only usable when enemies have less than 20% health. Then we have Burning Embers, your Soulfire, and Imp's Firebolt cause Burning Ember damage over time. Effect on the target equal to 50% of the damage done lasting 7 seconds. Soul HTO to your Shadow Bomb, Soulfire, and Chaos Bomb instantly restore 4% of your total health and mana when you deal damage, and also grant replenishment. Backlash 3 out of 3. Nether Ward 1 out of 1 transforms your Shadow Ward into a Nether Ward. You must be within Demon Altar or Fell Armor in order for the transformation effect to occur, and it basically makes a shield over you that absorbs 8,947 spell damage. And at the bottom we have 3 out of 3 on Fire and Brimstone, 1 out of 1 on Shadow Fury, which is basically an AoE stun. I'll show it to you guys right here. Basically you just use it and it stuns all your targets just like that. Very, very helpful when you're trying to stun somebody. And over here we have Empowered Aim, which your Amp's Firebolt has a 4% to cause your next Soulfire spell to be an instant cast within 8 seconds, and that should happen here in a second, and I'll show it to you guys. And down here we have Chaos Bolt 1 out of 1, which sends a bolt dealing 8.1k fire damage. Chaos Bolt cannot be resisted, and it pierces through all observation effects, so it'll pierce through like a tally level, so if they're really low on their healing up, you can just hit them with a Chaos Bolt and you can kill them. And here, let's take a quick look at the glyphs. On the top I have the glyph of Conflagrate, which reduces the cooldown of your Conflagrate by 2 seconds, which is very helpful because Conflagrate's your main damage ability. And the glyph of Demon Circle, which reduces the cooldown of your Demonic Circle by 4 seconds, which I just like that one. And your glyph of Immolate increases the periodic damage of your Immolate by 10%, which is very, very helpful to me. And the glyph of Helpstone, this really helps your survivability. You receive a 30% more healing using your Healthstone. And the glyph of Shadowrun, which is probably the best and most important glyph here, is your Shadowrun fails to kill the target below 20% health. Your Shadowrun cooldown instantly reset. This effect has a 6-second cooldown. So if the target doesn't die the first time, you use a Shadow Burn, you can use it again and try to kill them. So if they're below 20% health, you use a Shadow Burn, it doesn't kill them, you can use another Shadow Burn instantly to attempt to kill them, and if that doesn't kill them, you have to wait 6 seconds again until you can use another Shadow Burn. But I'm sure by then you'll have the Conflagrate out, or something like that. But anyways, and then here we have the glyph of Shadow Flame, which your Shadow Flame also applies a 70% movement speed slow to its victims, which is very helpful when you're trying to cut a melee class. So I'm going to get through and I'm going to show you guys a rotation. The first thing you want to do is you want to make sure you have your buffs on Soul Link, Fell Armor, and you want to link Dark Intent with your Imp if you don't have anyone else that you need to link it to. And then you want to have, Dark Intent, and yeah, those are pretty much it. And when you're playing Destruction, you want to have your Imp, because in our talent tree we expect it, so it gives you, there's a 4% chance that it will give you an instant cast Soulfire, and we reduced its cast time by 0.75 seconds, and it gives you stamina, so that's very, very helpful to us. And so the first thing you want to do is you want to get all your curses up. So I'm going to go ahead and pop Curses Elements, Immolate, Bane of Agony, and Corruption. And then I'm just going to start, and I forgot to cast Corruption, and then I'm going to start using my main abilities down here, which are Incinerate, Chaos Bolt, Conflagrate, and Soulfire. And I'm going to just keep using Soulfire. As you can see, my imp just procced Soulfire to spec instantly there. And here I'm going to use Chaos Bolt, and whenever Conflagrate's up, you want to use it. Here I'm going to keep my Immolate up so that I can continue to use Conflagrate. And here's a nice thing I just made. I just use, and I pop my Soulburn so it'll give me an instant cast Soulfire, which is also very helpful when you're low because it will make it so that your drains life twice as fast and lasts half as long. So if you're low and you need health quick, it's a great ability to use. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep my curses up here. And if I'm having trouble against the melee class, I can just Shadow Flame, and it'll do a little bit of damage, and it'll slow their movement speed by 70% so that I can as you can see, my imp just gave me another instant cast. For those, I'm going to pop my Conflagrate. If I'm ever fighting a caster and they're doing a good bit of damage, I can use my Nether Ward, which will absorb 8k spell damage. And then, if I'm really having trouble, I can Fear them, I can Stun them, I can use this, which fears them for 3 seconds, and it gives me 300% health from the damage it does, and it does about 3k damage, so it gives me about 9k health, which is pretty helpful. Then if I'm really low, I can pop my Health Stone, which restores 20% of my maximum health, which is helpful. I can stun them with Shadow Fury. I can even use my Demonic Circle, and I could run the other way, kiting them and lure them all the way over here. Then I can pop my Demonic Circle and just keep doing a good bit of damage to them. So this is basically this is how I like to play my Destruction Warlock PvP. It's a pretty basic guide. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks, DTVgaming, out.